It's the Rundown, Thursday, somehow not Friday. Incredible. Fucking incredible. Brought to you by Merck's. We got this cheese spread. Got sharp cheddar cheese, got port wine. I'm mixing it up here with a pretzel. This is almost like the adult fancy version of like when you were a kid and you used to have like the spreadable with the stick, you know? But this is called? I don't know. It's like
not Merck's, not as good as these,
bro. So now it's like an adult version of that. So you can, you know, maybe you have a little picnic, right? And you get some wine or some beer, and you get yourself some crackers and some pretzels with some cheese spread, and you have yourself a nice little afternoon.
It says it's aged 9 months. I would have guessed at least 18.
At least, minimum. You can take it anywhere. You can go on a tailgate, on a picnic, on a barbecue, to the beach, by the pool, on your couch, whatever, man. Comes with 2 bold flavors, the sharp cheddar and the port wine, and it's a delicious cheese spread.
This is a dangerous thing to give us for an ad on the Rundown, because like now you're just gonna get me talking with my mouth full.
The
It's
whole time.
delicious, and I'm not gonna put it down.
Which people really do not like, by the way. Really don't like when you eat and talk at the same time.
You have to deal with it. Send an email to ad.
Get yourself some Mercs. Pappy Chaps is here.
Hello, friends.
Right there.
Are you like planning your daughter's WNBA career? Or maybe just flat out NBA. Maybe she'll break barriers.
I'm trying to get, honestly, UTSA could use a little pub, like my old school. I think that they should offer a full scholarship.
You know, it's just
smart on their half.
It's very smart for a number of reasons, but you know, get the name out there, get, like you said, get some publicity, and get themselves a valuable member of the student body. And
I mean,
pay for her
Scottie
right
Pippen
now.
breaking her down.
Like when I was watching Scottie Pippen talk about my kid's tenacious defense.
It's incredible.
If you would have told me that when I was like 9 years old watching SportsCenter for like the 15th time in a row that day, that Scottie Pippen was going to be talking about my kid.
A member of the 72-10 Bulls would be talking about your kid's defensive prowess.
Right there.
Yeah.
Did you, when you were filming the video, did you know like, yup, gold? Or is McCartney just like always so gold you didn't know how gold she was going to be?
You know, I thought like the Podfathers, watchers, and listeners would love it because I talk about her all the time on the show. She's like essentially the star of the family too. Like her personality is just so huge.
Right.
I thought people who listen to Podfathers are going to be like, holy shit, all these stories that he tells are true.
Yeah.
It like validates every story I've told on Podfathers for like 2 years about her personality. You just see it in a 60-second video.
But it went well beyond just the Podfather crowd, obviously. I mean, holy shit. People...
Mama was not happy about it, by the way.
No.
Really?
No, she was like, how about a modicum of privacy?
I mean, I feel her on that one, but you know, it's also
Game's a game.
It's a wholesome video too. It's not like she's doing something like, you know.
Right. And it's something that we'll show her later on in life. She had the most genuine response to me whenever we talked about it. I called her last night and was telling her about how many people watch and things like that. Yeah. And she was like, Daddy, thank you so much for my basketball TV show. Like she was so happy to be like gone viral. So
for sure.
Really cool for her.
And how about like that basketball Twitter account who just like reposted it?
You know, the game is the game.
Yeah, it's true.
For us to complain about that, I feel like it's a little.
But it is funny when it's like your daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you know when we were doing the Snapchat show, I went in there and they're showing me like I can go in there, they show us the videos, and then we do a take on it, and they're showing me that one, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I feel kind of strange doing Chaps' daughter.
It's stolen valor.
And they were like, wait, what? Like the Snapchat people didn't know.
Then it was Chaps'
daughter. They didn't know that it was your daughter.
So,
but then I was like, well, if anyone should do it, it should be me. I will handle it with the proper respect to McCartney. I was like, sorry, I will do it. But it was like they had no idea.
It's not just a viral video. It's like when I stacked saltines on Shay's head, people were stealing that, and I was like,
oh yeah.
That's my fucking kid, my fucking saltines, man.
Like there were certain parts of it where once I saw it, like some of it was at the beginning. It's like it's because I work at Barstool. It's because I have a large social media presence. And then there was after that little wave was over, I was like, this is viral because this is a great fucking
she
video.
earned that shit.
It was like people who don't care about Barstool at all.
Didn't know who she
loving
was,
it.
whatever.
I mean, NBA players like Rudy Gobert, like defensive.
Talking about it?
Did he really?
Defensive player. He said he was going to send her his trophy.
No way. I didn't know that.
Defensive Player of the Year, McCartney. I love it. All right, let's get to these topics. We'll start with you, Chaps. I feel like this is maybe something you could relate to.
All right.
Ryan Seacrest, he flooded Kim Kardashian's toilet.
Should have known.
Took a shit. Took a shit at Kim K's house. It was such a fancy toilet, he couldn't figure out how to flush it, and he just left it there.
I don't think Chaps can relate to this because you don't clog toilets. Right?
It all goes right down.
Water down there.
I mean, I feel like saying that you clogged a toilet is such a brag to me, like that I can't even comprehend that. Like putting out something so solid.
Well, but listen, usually it's toilet paper. Oh no. He's gonna throw it. Just think about it. Just think about that straw. Just think about it. Just right down the bottom.
God damn.
He wouldn't actually clog it. He would overflow it. The water would just fill up with the liquid.
I think you should leave with me more than sufficient.
Just think about it, all overflowing. Almost reaches your butt. And it overflows to the point.
Once I get out of the woods, I'm fine. I'm out of the woods. Oh my God.
Yo, here's
so disgusting.
Here's the way to avoid it. You can't take a shit at Kim K's house.
No.
Oh no, I disagree with that. I automatically go. Like when I walk in,
plant
from
the flag.
Uber,
Like I took
I'm
a shit here.
Kimmy, Kanye, dropping in number 2.
If I'm at Kim K's house, I'll get in my car. I'll take an Uber to a Starbucks and come back. I'm not shitting at Kim K's.
I guess. Well, I'd want to see it, but like once I see it, I'll pee and I'll see it. That's all I need to do. Because I've done this before. I don't have the luxury that Chaps has, and like I won't leave it because I'm too embarrassed. I can't let people know I shit. I can't like let people know I have a fully functioning body, and like I've done that before.
Didn't you say you
gone in?
Yeah,
you go in, you check under the. I've gone in. I think what I used was
Chaps's face.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Dug
What
it
is
with his
this?
bare hand. He went into the
I didn't
toilet.
go bare hand. I
He
went.
put like a plastic bag over or something.
Yeah, I
right?
think I went in.
Pulled it out.
I just kind of just squeeze it up and like break it up, and I went in with.
Can we zoom in on Chaps' face? He is like befuddled.
I went in with. I think what I did was I took the like all the toilet paper out of the bag. The toilet paper came in.
Yeah, that's what he did. I
put
remember
that in
telling
my
the story.
hand
Yeah.
and went in there and tried to like
Break it up.
I couldn't let it sit there. I had to go. So I guess that was a nice brag to
It
you.
takes
That
a lot
was-
to
that
make
was
Chaps
unbelievable.
like uncomfortable with a shit story. You just did that, bro. You did that. You did the unthinkable.
I mean, I'm like legitimately baffled that anybody has to do that.
I mean, it's like it's happened once in my life. It obviously.
But you know, it's
stays-
usually toilet paper more than the actual
Yeah.
shit.
I don't
Yeah.
know what it was
You gotta
in
like
this case
wipe
because
a 1,000 times and there's just a whole roll of toilet paper in there.
We told a story
Jack
on
Mac was
ZBT
agreeing, like in
couple-
total agreement. He's like, yeah, I know.
A few years ago, we told a story about a family, and on ZBT we told it, where there was a family who had a knife, like a butter knife, that had a hole cut in it, like in the bottom of a little circle, where they could hang it up on a knife, because the whole family had thick shits, and they knew that they would have to like cut it up like fucking salami for it to go down the toilet. They called it a poop knife, and so the kid like grew up that way, and he called. He was at his friend's house, took a dump, and he's like, "Hey
Where's
man,
the poop
where's
knife?"
your poop knife?" And they're like, "Your what?" The poop knife. Where's the
That's
poop
one of
knife?
those things you got to go home to your parents and be like, I'm so mad at you for
Like-
not preparing me for life
Right.
and telling me that not every family has a poop knife.
Like, right, if we gotta cut our shit up, we gotta cut our shit up. But you gotta let me know
Yeah, this is
the
not
outside
normal.
world. I
Right,
can't
you
be
gotta let
asking
me
my
know that's a
buddies.
Smith thing. Like,
Honestly,
that,
that family needs to drink more water.
they need to do a whole bunch of
It's a
things,
dehydration
Chaps.
issue, yeah.
They need a whole bunch of different. You got to change your whole diet. You got to change everything if you have a fucking poop knife at your house. I'll tell you something.
I'll tell you what, I
Something
think
is-
a toe knife is still grosser.
a toe knife.
Like Frank's toe knife?
Yeah,
I
don't
think
know.
that's still grosser
A
than a
poop knife is pretty fucking disgusting.
It's look, I'm not about to sit here and tell you it's sanitary or something I wish to have, but if you put a gun to my head and said, would you rather get stabbed with a poop knife or a toe
Oh
knife?
my God.
I think I'd rather get
I'll tell
stabbed
you
with a toe
something,
knife.
man. There's something in the air right now. Something's going on. These topics, these stories, these rivalries, We got a gold tour here right now. It's very reminiscent of Grudgment Day when 16-year-old Steve, 15-year-old Steve was there with his parents. Like, the fact that we have outsiders here watching while we feud, and the stories are about poop knives.
There's been more feud today.
Oh, we'll get to it. There's plenty. There's like 5 feuds going right now.
An
It's out of
hour-long
fucking
rundown.
control.
Already like 15
yeah,
minutes in.
let's get through these topics here. We got this chick who calls herself a Bretharian, meaning that she just survives off of oxygen and the Earth's energy and sunlight and shit. We see this like every 5 years this pops up, someone who says they don't need food and water, they just need oxygen and sunlight, and usually that person dies.
Yeah, I could say in a week this chick will be dead.
Yeah, and
There'll
you know
be
what?
a new blog like, oh, breathing, she's dead.
I have no problem like celebrating that.
That weirdo Jack from Twitter is almost like that too.
Oh yeah.
He does a lot of weird.
He
stuff.
does like
Yeah.
he doesn't eat on weekends and shit like that. He eats though. Like,
Yeah.
but I'll say this, chick's got a rockin' bod.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There's high protein in the Earth's energy apparently or something like that. She's got a nice set on her.
She's got a fat ass?
She's got abs on her. I didn't see
She
the
doesn't have-
ass.
you
but
can't have an
she's
ass if you only eat oxygen.
Like, she got titty.
Titties are weird. They're milk, you know what I mean? It's different.
Titties are decidedly not milk. Titties
like
are milk, balls are pee.
Tits are like, they're
I
a
was
whole
more
other
comfortable
anomaly.
with the poop talk, honestly.
Tom Brady, he can throw a football really hard. Next topic. Tom Brady throwing the ball 61 miles an hour is.
You know that would have been the
stunning.
fastest at the combine this year, second fastest since 2008. That's rocketing.
By the way,
fucking
like I need
ball.
to see it happen.
Right.
All I saw was a picture of a
You
fucking
could
radar
give
gun
me
that says
one that
61.
says 99.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think Tom Brady is
Is a fucking liar.
to steal a line from Medium. I think Tom Brady's beyond reproach. I think you can be like,
I think that's a line from the Bible.
no, that's what they. It's your guy said that,
Jamie
right?
O'Grady.
I'm sure it's another place.
The Cauldron said that
But-
his record speaks for itself and that he is beyond reproach.
beyond. I think Tom Brady, when you say how fast he throws the ball, you're like, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah,
he's the greatest person to ever throw a football.
The videos that he
so
was throwing to Josh Gordon too had a lot of pop on it too.
he can hum it.
I can't believe anybody can catch it. I'm more impressed. That number makes me more impressed with his receivers than his arm. It's fucking hard.
Yeah,
to
imagine
catch a
like
football
being
at
Edelman
61
catching
miles.
like a fucking 5-yard out. From
Yeah,
the
at
slot.
60 miles an
And
hour.
not just even right at you where you're like, that's the only thing in the world you're concentrating on. You're also like running away from people and like doing
Yeah.
cuts and all kinds of
You're about to
shit.
get popped going across the middle, and you got to worry about catching a 60
I actually
mile an
don't
hour
hate
football.
that take. I think it might be more impressive what the
Yeah.
receivers do with that.
Shout out to Edelman. You can catch him on KC Radio right now.
You can.
Second half of the
I almost
rundown.
said
You can
swipe
walk
up.
by, Johnny.
I'm starting to like instinctively say swipe up about stuff. Like swipe up.
Second half of the rundown. Oh, who could be the Blewett? Is somebody who blew it?
That RV person.
What's that?
The RV guy blew it. Wait, let's make you guys watch the video live.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, second half of the rundown is brought to you by Labatt Blue. We're doing our Blew It segment. Me and Chaps are going to watch this video live. Feits told me that the RV guy totally blew it, so you're going to get our live reaction
This guy
here
fucking blew it.
for Labatt
Big
Blue.
time.
Get yourself a Labatt Blue, and don't blow it like this guy. I'll come over here and
Thank
watch
you.
it with Pappy Chaps.
Oh, the scene is already set.
Wait, what are we looking at here?
It's a
Construction
ferry
zone?
just left.
Okay.
Oh no, I know where this is going. Oh no. Ferry's leaving. Oh! Coming in hot.
I
respect
was like,
that
I don't
she
think
made
an
it.
RV.
He
I
made it.
I didn't know why you guys were calling this truck an RV.
Yeah.
I thought the truck was gonna roll off the bat.
But
But wait a minute. I mean, he made it.
Oh my
Watch
God.
out. Well,
He doesn't even fall off the ferry.
if you'd like to tell you why he didn't make it, he decidedly died on impact.
What country are we in?
Quebec, just outside the border.
I mean,
kinda
technically
counts.
not America.
Kinda
I'm allowed to laugh.
I mean, I don't.
Did
I
the
don't,
guy die?
Yes, the guy died.
Oh.
He blew it.
For sure.
He's dead.
The dude died.
But that, I mean, listen, I don't want to laugh at a death, but I'm going to laugh at that death because it's very funny and he
That's
made
the
it.
one where it's like it's out of our hands on that. I mean,
Yeah,
what-
no.
You can't
Comedy's
come.
comedy.
Did you see him like barreling down the hill? Like he like saw. He's like, oh shit, the boat's pulling away. I gotta make this boat.
But
And
like,
just
you know
hits
what?
the gas.
I would like to die that way. That guy died in a blaze of glory. Like, you know what? He's
I've
like,
always
honey,
said I
fuck
wanted-
it. We're making this ferry. I don't care if it took off. Like, I don't care if it left port. We're making it, and he did.
I want to be like 95 years old, jump from a plane, and kill myself at the Super Bowl. That's how I want to go. And
There you
just
go.
land on the 50-yard line.
I think we can do
And
that.
just ruin everybody's
No
day.
parachute, just straight pow.
Yep, and they're like, there
Splatter.
goes Chaps. He's been saying he's going to do it for fucking
Maybe
70 years.
Maybe at the halftime show.
Yeah, like
Nah,
Beyonce on
do it
stage.
in game. Do it in game.
third quarter. Tackle somebody.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That would be.
Brady's
so
throwing a 60-mile-an-hour ball and Chaps just splats on top of him.
I like how you think Tom Brady will
Yeah.
still be playing. When
Yeah, he
Chaps
will
is
be.
dying.
He will be, bro. All right. Selfies are more deadly than shark attacks. I believe it.
Fuck this headline. Fuck this headline.
Why?
Because it's factual, but they're not deadly. How many selfies? How many people? First of all, it's 5 times more deadly than shark attacks. I believe, is what the.
I don't think I believe that.
It
I mean,
is-
but what is
in
it?
any given day, 1 billion selfies are taken.
right
And, like, how many people die?
from 2011 to 2017. Give me a guess how many people have died taking selfies.
Okay.
7 years? 11 to 16.
176.
This makes me think it's high, 500.
It's 259. I thought both of you guys were like. I thought reading that headline like it's more than shark attacks, just because your brain thinks a lot of people die from sharks, which isn't true. But like that's what you've been taught
250 people
through
died from taking
film.
selfies.
It's 250 people died in 7 years.
But a lot of those, you know what a lot of those probably are? Those freak shows in Russia.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
climb
yeah.
those towers.
Right.
The most deaths came in India. 159 of the 250 came from it.
They don't know how to work cell phones.
Wow.
What are you
They're
talking
doing
about?
crazy shit.
You got a problem with your cell phone? You call up India.
Only 16 deaths came in Russia.
That's an upset.
16. I would have gone. I would
I
have said
feel
at
like
least a third of all
Putin's cooking
deaths
the
came
books
from
on
Russia.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putin doesn't
how
want
are
you
they
to think.
dying?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
only
died.
said fucking 39 people died in Chernobyl.
Right.
Yeah, that's all fugazi. They
Can't
fudge
trust
all
their
their
numbers.
numbers. They
Cooking
really
the books
can't.
big
They
time.
control everything that gets out. All right, that's it. So for the after show here,
Oh boy.
I mean,
buckle up.
this is Grudgment Day 2.0. I walked into Erica's office today. You know what I told her? I told her to cancel work tomorrow.
I think that's like not even. We can't cancel because we have interviews, but I think it's a reasonable thing to either A, not show up, or B, like honestly be like, if you don't have something to do,
Stay away.
don't come.
I
Can
really
you
think
say
that
what
like
happened. I was traveling. I don't even know what happened.
Okay, so Dave is super mad.
Okay.
So Dave,
we'll get to that
this
in one
all
second.
started with Dave at the Dunkin' Donuts Awards because a handful of us, a lot of us here at Barstool, stupidly did not dress up for an event that we were supposed to be decked out for our sponsor. And Dave took that as a big slap in the face, saying that we disrespected him and the company. And so that was happening while there was a little bit of problems with a pizza review and sales, and also the hit piece was coming out that night at HBO. So Dave was running hot. And so he eviscerated everybody who didn't dress up, specifically laid into a couple guys here, and was threatening to fire people, and then folled it up with, I think, I'm just going to read the email. Can I just read the email?
Sure,
I mean,
well,
the
that's a good
email is absolute poetry. It's probably the best blog he's ever written, to be perfectly honest. He just took a blog and put it onto email.
He did also blog it.
Okay, so I can definitely read it then. So the subject line is really the best part of all. Have a good July, everybody, and go fuck yourself. Just one last message before I head off to Nantucket for July. A long-standing pet peeve of mine is when I look at people, when I think people start taking Barstool and their job for granted. Generally, if I think people are working their asses off and giving an A+ effort, you won't hear from me much. Fact. I mean, you could
Very
be
true.
great. Like, no news is good news with Dave.
I talk to him maybe like 3 times a year.
Right. It means you're doing great. I understand that not everybody can be me, Dan, PFT, or KFC, or me. And yes, some people are grandfathered in and may not always be giving max effort, but everybody isn't treated equally around here. That's life. But when sales or I ask you to jump, you better fucking jump. When you're late to company events or constantly making excuses why you aren't there, in parentheses, call her daddy, I get pissed. I get everybody cares about their brand first and foremost, but without Barstool, 95% of you are in a cube, being miserable, and don't exist. Without all the work that has been put in over the past 15 years, you never even get the opportunity to be here. Talent and Barstool are a mutually beneficial relationship despite what you think or what your asshole agents may tell you. If I think you aren't here to pull your weight for Barstool as much or not here for more than yourself, you won't be here very long. I feel like the last year all anybody does is complain about how Barstool doesn't do enough to promote them or complain that sales ask them to do something. It's banana land. There are literally tens of thousands of people who would kill to replace you. Never forget that, and we won't be having any problems moving forward. Have a great 4th, everybody. So he's fucking on the warpath.
His, as we've said before, his standard June move.
Yes, I've decided that from now on I'm going to take the last week of June off forever, and then I won't even run into Grudgman Dave popping off before his vacation.
Well, then it'll probably be because you're on vacation.
What's that?
Then it'll be because you're on
yes,
vacation.
I'll actually be the start of it, but fuck all you guys because I'll be on vacation. So Francis writes a blog apologizing for not dressing up because Dave really singled out Francis and was mentioning how they just put on this grand hour-long special for him and he didn't have the wherewithal to dress up. In Francis's response, he said, you know what, it's not just people who didn't dress up, everybody needs a wake-up call. $20 chef Sean Latham took that very personally, I guess. He went on radio and was like, fuck you, Francis.
But this morning, this one just, right after I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe really just feeling bad. Maybe like this is really a moment he needs. Then I read this morning. A Deke Zucker quote. Here's Francis. I hate to say this, but I think there are a lot of people that could use Dave's wake-up call. But I don't know that the people who didn't dress up for the Duncan Awards were necessarily the people who needed the wake-up call. There it is. That's what we need.
Oh,
Let's self-reflect on a blog after fucking showing up with a T-shirt like an asshole. And then let's just go ahead, take an L one day. Right before Dave leaves, everybody takes a big L. You still got your job. Everything's fine. Just like everything else in this office. It's going to blow over within a week. No one's going to barely remember it. Just like everything else that happens here. But what does he got to do? After his self-reflecting blog and saying, wham, maybe I should fucking, look at my situation and, figure it out and maybe be more appreciative or pay attention more. Mm-hmm. What does he do? He goes and throws the rest of the whole fucking everybody under the bus that could be there. If you weren't the one who got in trouble, you should have been. We shouldn't have gotten in trouble. The ones who got in trouble, we're the ones that worked the hardest. Everybody else, you guys probably needed it, not us. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Oh, good for you.
You know what I mean?
Francis wrote a response blog making fun of Sean in every way possible, from his eye to his comedy style. Now Sean has responded.
Cute insults, Francis Elsie added him. You got me good, man. Dang, the skateboard stuff, the eye stuff, gold, dude. Response blog coming. I apologize for the delay, but I'm filming 2 separate sponsored episodes of Chef today. Someone has to pay for that fucking piano.
That's pretty good.
That's a good line, because it was Francis did need an expensive piano on his stage. So now what's going on, there's a whole new level to this, because it's not just who works hard and who's funny, but now because Dave singled out how many people make money for the company, now you got to be making revenue. So you could be funny and shit.
Which is fair.
It's definitely fair, but it's just a new
now
thing.
you got to be making revenue.
It's just a new thing that we haven't heard much, because there have been people here who are very funny.
First time I worked here for 3 years. First time I've heard like him mention that.
I think
Yeah.
it is. I think it might be the first time I get it.
Yeah, he said there's like 6 to 8 people here who are actually making money. And so now everything is, well, I'm doing a sponsored event. And then, so YP is out right now. He's doing some Barstool outdoor shit. He made everyone let it be known for some sponsored event. But he didn't tell Chef that he wasn't going to be around for radio. So Chef is now fighting with YP and Francis. Ohio's Tate is fighting with Pat. They're challenging each other to rough and rowdy.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Billy.
Appreciate it, Brent. Hey, Patty, there's a new dating site. You heard about it?
Yeah, I did hear a little about that.
Did you blog this, Patty?
No, I didn't. That was Ohio's Tate.
Dude, that guy also gets a lot of clicks.
He's all right.
Oh, Patty.
I
love the shade.
What?
And I'm always. You know who's not friends? Who? Patty and Ohio's Tate. Why? Well, because Pat says that he's a better blogger than Ohio's Tate. Well, read his blog, Patty. What do we have?
Hold on, I gotta log into the back end so I don't give him a click.
Yeah, it's in the air right now. It's in the air. There's a lot going on, and I'd keep my eye on that fucker KB. I think he's got some. You're about to throw.
Smile.
Yeah. He's like the Joker. He's about to throw a stick of dynamite here, and go, and here we go. I think he's got something up his sleeve. I honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. If I didn't have interviews, I wouldn't come in. I would avoid this place like the fucking plague.
I'm looking forward to being here.
Yeah. It's nice when you're not.
Chaps was like, I've been to war zones, I'll handle it. But I don't know about
I
me.
like a little chaos.
Yeah, it's nice when you're not really like in the center of it. You can kind of You watch the
Let's
show.
sit back.
It's like when I see
It
someone
is
else,
entertaining.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is,
Well,
as-
and so when Chef,
I get it.
When Chef went on his show and was like, "Fuck you, Francis," Dave quote tweeted and was like, "This is my Barstool." Like this is his dream. He wants everybody to hate everybody. I said right now it's like The Office. Everybody's got their guns pointed at each other. They don't know who is where the punches
So
are going to be
diabolical,
coming from.
Dave. Like, and like, it's not news. I think Devlin actually said recently where he was like, "That was Dave in the office every day,
Every day.
every single
I
day."
know.
Now
You
it's like we
guys
get
lived
it
it.
once a year, so it's it's an entertaining or stressful.
Let me
2
tell
or
you
3
though.
days.
I'll say this: it's so bad. I called Gaz into radio and I was like, "You loving this? Like you've been talking to your boy, just like stirring pots and dropping bombs." And even he was like, I checked out of this." He was like, "It's too serious now." Like so, even Gaz was nervous, and he's as Milton as it
Because
gets.
he doesn't really threaten
and
to
also
fire people much either.
Well, I know that, and that's what I missed. He called Lights Camera Barstool onto radio. Dave did, and was like, "If you're not here in 9 minutes, you're fired. I'm dead fucking serious." So like he's being dead ass serious about people's jobs to the point that even
when I heard that
Paul
yesterday,
sales guy was like,
I don't believe
that's
that.
when you're
I
like,
don't know.
I'm like
Gaz
going
here,
through
I
my
don't
phone,
believe
like,
he
okay,
said
I had this deal, I had that deal, like my what?
Yeah, you start
what
counting
color?
up. Yeah, I swear, dude, I saw it in his eyes. He was like, "I am not fucking around with this." He's like, when people's like livelihoods are on the line, I don't like to fuck around, and I believed it. He was being genuine.
Oh, he might be out of stirring the pot, but he's still talking to Dave about it.
Oh yeah, he even said that. He was like,
Yeah.
I was texting with my boy earlier.
Okay, yeah.
I think he
and that's
probably
like,
loves it, but he's not gonna get involved in it.
He's still Gaz can't talk to someone without stirring the pot.
That's
a bit,
true. So even texting
if
Dave,
he's
he was probably
texting-
like, "Yo, that was a crazy blog," and then it's like,
Yeah, like Dave's like, "What blog? I haven't seen it."
right.
Oh, here it is.
Right. Yeah, even when Gaz is trying not to stir the pot, he's fucking stirring the pot.
Hey, just breathing.
So it's like he doesn't even. It just comes natural.
So who is your favorite fight right now?
Probably Chef versus Francis, because there
That's
is
probably
this
the front runner.
inherent stand-up comic versus stand-up comic.
And it's just two totally different styles too.
Yep, and also, it kind of. I mean, Sean just fucking threw a haymaker out of nowhere. It really wasn't like. Now I will say, Francis's blog said he made a very broad general statement, and Sean responded like heavy hitter, which I think means.
Feeling a little nervous about that?
Yeah,
or-
That's what
if I make a
Francis
general
said.
statement and I'm like, if I make a general statement and you're like, "Fuck you," it's like, well, you must think you fall in that boat.
Right.
So that was an interesting. I'm very intrigued by all that.
That is interesting. I feel bad for Pat and Ohio State. This is like
What
come
happened
on.
there?
This you
So-
guys can't like Pat's a morning guy. Ohio State lives in Ohio. There are a lot of fights going on right now. We don't have time for those.
Pat.
Oh no!
He said something to the effect of like, somebody said Tate is a good blogger, and Pat had just had a really good week. He was like #2 in page views, and he said something like, "Yeah, he's fine." And then I think Willie like stoked the fire and poked the bear with that.
It seemed like
to the
everyone was
point that then Ohio's Tate like started tweeting. All I know is eventually got to the point where Ohio's Tate in the comments section of Dave's blog said, "If you want to trim the fat, fire Pat." Which I think that's fucked. I think when you start calling for people's jobs, that's some commenter shit.
I mean, that's just people see that people are mixing it up and they're trying to get involved in it. And
But if you are here
on any other
if
week,
you
you'd be
work
like
here
that would be
sometimes-
People who
entertaining.
usually
Today, it's
aren't
not
getting
today.
a whole like shit ton of like major press, like even within the company. I don't mind like you going out like this is my chance. Like I'm gonna go out there and swing.
Coming in hot. Here's Pat.
Oh.
Now Pat, being a rough and rowdy veteran, I know you're looking for a payday here. I know you want to get back in that ring for 10 grand, but
That's
now
what I would buy with it. This boosted board. I rode the other one you had too. It's unbelievable.
now let me
Wait,
say
we
this.
had they're ours?
No, you had.
Oh, this
the
is the
skateboard.
boost.
This
Yeah,
is
this
this
is-
is boosted board with the scooter.
Yeah. No, but are they
Ooh.
leaving this here for us? I know we're supposed to have a meeting with
no
them.
idea.
Are they here right now? But
They should
like,
leave too. They should
that's-
leave too if they do though.
Oh no,
Whoa.
Kevin can't use.
Coming in
Kevin's
hot.
gonna break his face on one.
So you were saying how you didn't quite like know why there was beef, and then I'm pretty sure you had said
so
something.
I brought up a blog that he did on the Rundown for Barstool Breakfast, and Francis said, "Oh, he gets a lot of clicks." I said, "He's all right."
Right. But then,
And then Willie
wait,
go-
what was the line? You said that Pat had said something direct about Tate, no?
And then, and then
That was like a mom being
and
like,
then
"Tell
Willie
him what you
said-
did."
And then Willie said, "I love the shade. Are you going to read the blog?" And I said, "Hold on. let me go through the back end so I don't give him a click.
Oh, right. That's
So
shitty.
that-
That's shitty. Come on. That's shitty.
That's what you're gonna write that blog? That gets that response? That doesn't elicit that.
It was a
scathing
little
of
bit over the
response.
top, but if you say you're intentionally
You
trying
said
not to
you
give
do that
someone
before,
clicks.
though, haven't you?
Yeah, but like
But
jokingly,
it's just,
like
it's-
not
but
actually.
and it's one click.
Right.
Right. It's
It's more just
like
a
I think
point
it's
for-
different
point
if
the
Pat like goes in and he copies and pastes it and puts it in like the Barstool Reddit page.
But
Like,
that's why I think it's a bigger thing for you to go back when it's like it's just a click.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. I was just joking.
Yeah,
Like, it was
that's
just
also,
a- it
I'm
was
sure
just
that
a
was a
joke.
Deke Zucker thing when you hear
I
the,
bet.
the-
First of all, I bet you did it. Second of all, yeah, it's just a joke. I get it.
Yeah, it's just a joke. So he wrote that
Just a
blog
prank.
and he just went nuts out of nowhere and whatever.
Well, here's what's
It
happening.
is what it is.
You want your payday. He wants exposure. That's gonna work. Sean versus Francis, I think, is just gonna be very bad blood forever now. Those
Yeah,
two,
they sit
that's
really
it.
close to each other.
It's over.
too.
I mean,
That's-
they're never gonna be friends again.
they sit at the same table. That's
Yeah.
He was too mean. Not too mean, but
Who?
Francis's blog was.
Well,
on a different
Francis's
level
blog
from
was
mine,
very like.
But you have to know
making
when you're
fun of-
if you're getting in that with Francis, you know it now.
Right.
If you crawl into that space, you know what tongue you are about to kiss.
Wait, in what? Like with
if
Francis, like you know what you
Francis
get.
is if like with Sean going after Francis, you know Francis is gonna fire back unless
yeah.
you're Dave. Like
No
he's
doubt.
gonna fire back and
No
it's gonna
doubt.
be
I think he
scathing.
expected it. I don't know where I stand. I think this is gonna be a good battle. I think it's gonna be interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
The tweet, right? We haven't read the blog yet. Yeah. Is that your favorite rivalry right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
it's not
oh,
even
you know
close.
who else? Dave versus Call Me Daddy.
That's not rivalry. That's a beatdown.
From who?
From Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
There's no fight there. That's just Dave getting his teeth cooked in.
You be careful, bud. You're about to catch a block from Dave.
I'm just speaking facts. Like,
They just don't do anything they don't want to do.
yeah, he's addressed it. He's said they
like, I
they make
can't
money,
control
so
them.
they kind of can. They have a long leash, and they
Take
take
every
advantage
inch.
of that
They
wrong-
take
wrong-
every
It's
fucking
like
inch.
studded with a leather mask. His
So yeah, it's Grudgement week at Barstool, and I this happens a lot. Like the 4th of July week, I'm sure a lot of fans don't like that we're off, but like this shit is
It's
necessary, bro.
necessary.
It's honestly seriously necessary. We have the Christmas week and 4th of July week, and the 6 months that lead up to each of those weeks. By the end, it comes to a fucking head.
They're
I honestly
perfectly
forgot
scheduled.
about the 4th of July week until Erica's email earlier this week, and I was like, "What? Like this
Week
is
off, baby.
wonderful."
Necessary. Swear to fucking God. So buckle up. Buckle up. Marty's stomping around. Never know what's going on with him. All right. Be ready. Barstool week is
Almost here.
whew,
Almost over, man. Oh God. I'm really all over the place right now.
That's a wide range of emotions on one rundown.
That was, we really hit all the buttons. Oh, man.